welcome to the Bootheel Sports Network and College Football Pick'em Show. I got my man Johnny Grissom right there, and Doug, the mouth of the South Edwards, is down there somewhere. You can hardly see him. He's in the dark. Doug, you ain't got no light at your house.
Yeah, we got some lights. I can turn it on.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. He must have.
Oh, Doug
Look, he got to save on electricity out there in Cooper.
Yeah. He's on a budget.
That's right. For everybody that doesn't know, Doug does live in a town called Cooter. That is a very small town in the southeast Missouri Bootheel for all those people out there. And my man Johnny lives in Louisiana. So for listeners out there in Louisiana, there is a small town in Missouri called Cooter. Ain't that right, Doug?
That's right.
Hey, thanks for joining me this year. I appreciate it. Hey, guys. First game I want to talk about is tomorrow night. Of course, college football opening up tomorrow night. I'm excited. I don't even think I'm going to go to work tomorrow. I think I'm just going to throw some ultras down and watch football.
That must be nice.
Oh, man, I'm just kidding. I got to be there. All right, so the first game on the schedule is tomorrow night, Florida at Utah. Utah is favored by 4. Over and under is 43.5. Last updates we had is that Mr. Cam Rising might not play. Had no players to watch as that quarterback from Florida, and Graham Mertz, the new quarterback, of course, and then Napier in his second year. Can he get Florida over the hump this year and to a bowl game? I'm going to go ahead and pick first here. I'm going to go Utah. I think Utah is going to win. But I think the over and under might stay under 43.5. What do you think, Johnny?
I'm going to take the Gators +4. I think over 43.5. I think Gators young, but they got something to prove, with that new coach. I'm gonna go with the upset.
What you got, Doug?
Well, Napier got them last year. Snuck up on them, surprised them. Very good game, very close. I think it's going to be fairly close this time, but I do believe Utah will pull it out and cover, and I believe the game goes over. I believe we have some first game of the year. I think the defenses are a little sloppy, and I just see some points being scored. I'll say around 50 points scored in the game.
50 points. Florida averaged 5.5 per carry last season. Finished with the best team rushing average since 2009. That might be something to look for. Utah has uncertainty at quarterback, and of course, running back Jaquan Jackson will be counted on to keep the Utes' offenses steady. So there you go. Utah has won 14 straight home games. And check this out, guys. They are 25-1 in the last 26 games at Salt Lake City. So they are hard to beat at home, buddy.
Yeah, Florida got their work cut out for them for sure.
Yes, they do.
It's going to be a good game.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Hey, next one is a Big Ten matchup. And believe it or not, a Big Ten matchup in the first game of the year, Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Minnesota is favored by 7. The over and under is 43 on that one. Well, I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Nebraska in the upset, and a new head coach in Matt Rule's going to have a Cornhuskers going back to the old Cornhusker days. What do you think, Johnny?
I'm going to go with the Minnesota favorite. I'm going to go under on that. Nebraska, they haven't been good since the 90s. That's been a long time.
since Tom Moore's.
It's been a long time. That's a long time. 90s. They was good.
The 90s, Lawrence Phillips, actually. He was the last great running back out there, wasn't
he? Yeah, I think so. Tommy Frazier and crew. That was some teams back then.
Sure was.
Them days are over. If it's my pick, I'm going to go with row your boat. Minnesota. I'm going with Minnesota too. Uh, there's this guy named Eddie Derrick. He likes Nebraska. He's a big Nebraska fan. I just can't pull for him because of that. So I think Rule is a good coach, and he may have them ready and some surprises. He's not afraid to gamble and go for things, but I'm going to go with Minnesota and the under.
Gotcha. Nebraska has a new quarterback in Jeff Sims who came from Georgia Tech, and they also had 20 incoming transfers.
That means he
Well,
can't pass.
He went from the Tech to the Huskers, huh? We'll see. Minnesota running back Sean Tyler rushed for 2,820 yards over 4 years at Western Michigan. So he's transferred in there. So that should be a good one, too. Freshman Zach Evans and Darius Taylor are well-regarded prospects, along with Bryce Williams is back for his 6th year. Everybody enjoying that free year of COVID. I mean, I tell you what, guys, you almost can be a football player and get your doctor's degree now. All the years you've given.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up anymore.
You don't know who's in what class and what year. Started school in 2015 and they're a senior in college now after being in college since 2015.
Wow.
All right, next one on our schedule is Virginia. The good old Cavaliers are going to go to Rocky Top, and Tennessee is favored by a whopping 28 points. Over and under is 56. I'm going to say Tennessee wins big, and it will go over. It might go over 100.
Ooh.
What you got, John?
I take Tennessee, but I don't think they're going to cover that spread, but it's going to go over. I think it's going to be it's going to be a little close, but I don't think they're going to win by 28.
I'm right there with you, Johnny. I got Virginia covering the spread. Tennessee to win outright, but Virginia will cover. And what did you say the over-under was?
56.
Yeah, 56.
56.
Tennessee gonna get that by themselves.
I don't know. I got. I'm not Joe Milton. I'm not real high on him.
It don't matter if Joe Milton won't get the job done. Heupel will put somebody in that wheel. Josh Heupel offenses are explosive.
I do think the total for the game will go over, but I'm going with Virginia to cover on that.
Yeah.
Wow. So Virginia will cover at Rocky Top.
Yeah.
I gotta have a drink on that, fellas. I don't know what that makes me wonder about y'all.
I hope you're marking these down now. Keep up with them.
I am. Yeah. I can't believe what I've heard so far.
You're going to see it.
Hey, first week, man. First week upset.
I thought you guys knew college football.
Hey, you may not believe what you hear, but will you believe what you see?
No. I've seen a lot. I don't know. All right, let's get on to our schedule here. Next one is Johnny Grissom's prime time Deion Sanders crew
baby.
Out of Colorado and TCU. TCU, of course, second year Sonny Dykes. Can he have a repeat? They are favored by 20.5. Over and under is 63.5. I'm going to go ahead and say TCU wins, doesn't cover the spread, and it stays under 63.5.
I believe prime time's going to come and show up. I think TCU is going to win, but I don't think they're going to cover. And what's the over and under?
63.5, I believe it was.
Woo.
Let me look again.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, 63.5. And Colorado can't score.
I don't know. I think the first half is going to be good, man. I think Colorado's going to be pumped. Prime time got that number one
receiver.
And he transferred to Colorado. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be a close game, I think. I think it's going to be really close.
I got this game 45-24 for TCU. They will cover by the half. They'll cover by that hook. And
Woo, looky there. We even got a
there.
score.
Yeah, that puts them over too. So that's what 69 total points. So I got TCU in the over in that one. Primetime going to get a rude awakening to D1 football.
Well, we're going to see.
Primetime's crew has 8.2% chance of winning this ball game.
Hey,
according
according
to the experts.
All right.
They're always wrong.
Hey, we can put Dion out there. I don't even think they'd still win.
TCU did lose their quarterback last year.
Yeah, they're gonna miss. They're gonna miss him, man.
Dugan.
They missing that receiver too, huh? From last year, a good receiver.
Yeah, I forget his name right now, but they'll be good.
Yeah, they're gonna win. I think TCU's gonna win, but I think it's gonna be It's gonna be a good game first half, but might be a blowout the second half.
All right, next game is Ohio State and Indiana. Another Big Ten matchup right off the bat. Ohio State favored by 30. Over and under is 59. They are playing at Indiana. I'm going to say that Indiana covers the spread and it stays under 59. Big Ten football usually don't score a lot of points. So that is going to be my pick.
Indiana's going to cover. Well, I think it's going to go over 59. Ohio State's going to win, but I don't think they're going to cover.
I've got Indiana covering, staying closer than 30, but I'm going to go with the under too on that one.
Yeah, Big Ten football.
I don't see Indiana scoring much, but I think they'll hold Ohio State down a little bit.
Yeah, I think Ohio State's always overrated.
I could see a 34-40, something like that game.
All right, next one on our list is Boise State at number 10, the Washington Huskies. Huskies are favored by 14. Over and under is 58.5. And Washington features a great quarterback and one of the leaders for the Heisman Trophy, I believe, and Michael Penix Jr. So I'm going to take the Huskies, and I believe they cover, but I believe it will stay under 58.5.
I'm going to take Washington plus 14. I'm going to go over. I think it's going to be over.
You're going to go so Washington is favored by 14, and you're saying over.
Yes, sir.
I'm seeing it that way too. I'm thinking there's a lot of points scored here, but I do believe Washington pulls away and covers.
Gotcha. Boise State has a 25.1% chance to win that one. So very interesting. Let's see. All right, on to our next game. Next one is a kind of rivalry game between Doug's North Carolina Tar Heels and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Gamecocks, of course, featuring Spencer Rattler, who might also be in the Heisman talk. We shall see what Spencer and the South Carolina Gamecocks can do as the season progresses. However, this is a close one, guys. 2.5 is the line. North Carolina is the favored, but the over and under is 64.5. That is a lot of points there, folks. I don't know, but must not be any defenses projected at either school. Is Derek May back for North Carolina there, Dougie?
Drake May? Yeah, he should be. He's back.
Okay, that might be why, because a good quarterback there at North Carolina, and then Also, Spencer Rattler, of course, for South Carolina. So that might be why they're expecting a lot of points. I don't know.
Right.
But I'm definitely going to go South Carolina at home in the upset. And I'm going to say they're going to stay under 64.5.
I'm going to go with South Carolina, too. I'm going to go over. I think it's going to be a lot of offense.
Damn.
I got to go with Drake May. Oh, Luke's brother, Luke. Yeah, I loved him in basketball. So I got to go with the old Tar Heels, Drake May, and it's going to be a barn burner, high-scoring game. Rattler's going to have his moments, too. So I'm going with the over on that. A lot of points.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that's going to be a hell of an atmosphere there in South Carolina.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they finished off strong last year, so they're looking.
Yeah, they did.
They're looking to do big things this year.
Good old Columbia, South Carolina. Of course, they don't have the Columbia Cup, as we call it in Mizzou. That is up there in the real Columbia in Missouri. All right, last game we're going to talk about, guys. And then this, of course, the big one, both of you LSU fans, LSU and Florida State. A top 10 matchup. As Florida State, I believe, is number 8. LSU is number 5. LSU is favored by 2.5. The over and under is 56. I'll tell you what, I just don't see Florida State beating LSU. And I think LSU is going to cover the spread. And I'm going to say it's going to be under. So I'm going to take LSU minus the 2.5 and go with under. Go Tigers.
There you go.
It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. But, hey, LSU's going to win, and they're going to win by 7, and it's going to be under 56.
Woohoo! There you go. By a touchdown, they win it by. Mike Norvell is going to do
Second-year coach, hey, they're going to make history this year.
Hey, there's something about them second-year coaches at LSU, huh?
Yes, sir.
Baseball,
yes, sir.
women's basketball, now football. Also, the men's basketball coach going into his second years. You know, there's something about them.
Yep.
This is my lock of the week. Guaranteed money. Everybody, I'm telling you, go put your money on them LSU Tigers. They will win. They will cover. They are mad from last year. We missed the field goal, 2 extra points, lost by 1 point to start the season against these same Seminoles. This game may be in Orlando, Florida, but the LSU Tigers travel well. We own everywhere we go. It doesn't matter. We take over bars. We take over fields. We take over hotels. We take over towns and cities. The LSU Tigers are coming to Orlando. Look out, Seminoles.
Take that bet and go to the bank.
And that's right. Take it to the bank, and the game will be over because we're going to score 5 touchdowns by ourselves.
Woo, we're going to have to go to casino, fellas.
Win by a touchdown, baby.
I'll be there.
Oh, who
Sunday.
came up with that 2.5 points?
I don't know, but that ain't enough. Mike Norvell, sorry. I pulled for you in a lot of your other games after this, but you got to start out 0-1.
Mike Norvell is going to be wishing he had never left Memphis, Tennessee.
There you go.
All right, guys, that concludes our broadcast for this week. All right, we'll see you next week on the Bootheel Sports Network College Pick'em Show. That is Doug Edwards. That is Johnny Grissom. And I'm your host, Mark the Man Manley. Thank y'all for joining us here
Peace
tonight.
out.